Take me to the sea, wash away my worries, let my soul be free. Take me to the ocean, take me to the sea, wash away my worries, let my soul be free.
Yay! Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first Sisterhood of the Woke Warrior Queens live stream. I am your host. I am Ariel Truth Seeker, Ariel Coulter, and I am so stoked to be here. Today we have my very first guest. and I am still trying to figure out how to work the studio here. And she's here. I just have to figure out how to add her to the stream. So bear with me as I work through this. It's been a very fun journey. And she's been so patient with me. I see Austin. Thank you so much for being here. Doc Michael, thank you. Hey, Steffi P, appreciate you. Hey, Sarah, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Waters Above, Jennifer is my first guest. My sister from another mister. We're gonna bring her on right now. Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yay!
Yay! I am almost ready to join on camera. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go ahead and add some things to the chat. It's been so much fun trying to get ready for this. Everyone has been so stoked and so kind and receptive and encouraging to get this started. I have been wanting to bring together all of my girls into a group, because we need our women to come together and really create our own space, because we don't have enough space for us. I don't know however many other girls are in the chat who could say yes.
So, how do I sound? Should I get my earbuds or do I sound okay?
You sound great to me.
Awesome.
And I don't see anybody in the chat saying otherwise. Zulu One, welcome, welcome. Go back to work, Austin. I appreciate you. All right. But yeah, you sound great to me, and everybody looks like everyone in the chat is good. Am I okay on your end?
Yeah, you sound fantastic.
Okay, great, awesome. Well, I guess if you're good, I'll just jump in, unless you need me to stall some more. I'd be more than happy to.
I'll give me just like half a minute, and I'll be able to be on camera.
Okay, no worries. Take your time. Take your time. I'll be able to talk a little bit about my vision really for Sisterhood of the Woke Warrior Queens. Every week, just having another queen, woke warrior queen, come on and share her story, share anything that she's working on. If she's got a product or a channel, or a passion that she has, for just to share that. Find out how she came to the truth. I'm pretty sure everyone that I'm going to bring on is going to be a flat earther. And if they're not a flat earther, then I will take the opportunity to say, so have you thought about this? You seem woke to some other stuff. The earth is flat. I do know that I have a couple of friends on my Instagram, of course, that are still Glovers. A couple of ladies that I feel like they are woke to the craziness of what's going on in the world right now. They seem to not be complying, if I can dance around the issue. So it's like, you already know, and you've got some great products that are all natural, which is something that I know everybody in the flat earth community is all about, because we know that everything is, poison that they try to give us.
Right. So I'm just looking for my earbuds, because I was going to do a setup and I don't want it to block my mic. And I am so thrilled to be here. So excited to be your first guest. And thank you so much for having me.
I'm so glad that you agreed to come on as my first guest. You were one of the first people that I met really at Flattoberfest, my first my first flat event really. You were so cute. You were like, oh my gosh, I know you. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I should know you.
That's awesome. We are getting to know each other. It's awesome.
We are.
Did Dr. Clown recommend you or me to you?
No.
Okay, funny.
No, Dr. Clown. I don't think I know who that is.
Now I just put in my earbuds.
Okay. Oh, hey, Sue. She says
All
that
right,
she is listening while driving. Drive safe, Sue. Love you.
I'm going to see what this looks like. How's that?
Oh, looks great to me. Yes.
There I am.
There's her beautiful face.
I was trying to get to a good spot where I could like not have to hold my phone, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So
we need to get you one of those phone.
I might have to. I know I might have to change my spot anyway.
You're good.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
No worries. You're fine. You're fine. Let me see. What do I already know about Jennifer? I know. I don't think I know. You're on the East Coast, aren't you, Jen? No?
Yes. Well, I'm not on the coast. I don't live on the coast. I live in North Central Florida. Is what they call it. Yeah. So we're inland. I'm like right near Gainesville.
I thought you were in Florida, but I didn't want to. I didn't
Yes.
want to say for sure. And then I know that we're birthday buddies. We're not birthday twins, but we're close. We're
right.
sisters. I'm on the 14th, and you're on the 15th.
Yep.
Oh gosh, this is super cool. Well, both of us are Aquariuses. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm sure it's what else do I know? I know you're a mom. Do you have a son or daughter? I think you have a son.
I have a son.
You do, like Dottie.
Yep. Yeah. And they're about the same age actually. So yeah, he's 9.5 and I homeschool him.
Oh, you
and,
do?
Awesome. And I've done that from the beginning. Yeah.
What made you decide to do that?
So, well, I have a degree in elementary education actually. And it's what I always wanted to do when I had my own children eventually was to homeschool them. So yeah.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Was it because you were in like you went to school for early education that kind of made you decide, yeah, no, I'm just gonna do this myself. I'm not gonna leave it to anybody else?
So what I always wanted was to have my own family and to be a stay-at-home mom and to homeschool my children. And so when I didn't know what I never wanted a career per se, but when I wanted a degree and when I went to college, part of what influenced my decision was, what would make me a better mom. Yeah, so I got my degree in elementary education and I get to use it. And I was a school teacher for a little bit. I've done different things, but I don't work now.
No, you don't? What do you
not
do
outside the home?
What fills your time?
Pardon?
What fills your time?
So yeah, I do have homeschool with Ruben, which does take up quite a bit of time. And then also,
you said that. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not being.
It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, that does take up time, but I mean, just I watch YouTube videos and do research and try to have a regular life.
And you plan awesome events, which Flatlantic 2, which was this past weekend. Look at there. Oh my gosh, which was awesome. You and Zulu 1 come together to make Wazoo. Tell me about that, because I was there and I had so much fun.
Yes. Wazoo is Waters Above in Zulu 1. And he and I met at Flattoberfest 2020. And that was the first time we met. We felt like we'd known each other forever. We're like best friends immediately. Stayed in touch. He was coming to Florida a couple months from then, like in December around Christmas, to hang out with his dad, and he was going to meet up with a few people. And that was in 2020 December. And so I was like, well, so you want to do a meetup? And I said we could name it and make it a thing. And he's like, okay. And so I was like, how about Flatlantic? Because flat and it's the Atlantic.
Yes.
And he's in New York and I'm in Florida, but we're both East Coast.
Yeah.
So so Flatlantic named it, did it last year, and it was cool, and then made it even bigger and better this year. But yeah, it's definitely a team effort.
Yay! That's awesome. And this year it was at the Golden Lion, which is a great restaurant. I had a great atmosphere. I wish we could have been upstairs.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Yeah. Yeah, and we might change up the venue for next year. Actually, we did it at the Golden Lion Cafe last year and again this year, but they didn't do reservations, but they did accommodate us, so it turned out pretty good. But Zulu One and I are already talking about maybe switching things up a little bit, trying to just make things even better for everybody. So.
Yeah, I mean, it can only get better. It can only get better.
I mean, everything's supposed to get better, right?
Yes, it is. So for those of you who don't know and weren't at Flatlantic, we went to the restaurant and then we had this awesome picture on the beach. And then we kind of did some flat smacking on the beach too. I'm not sure if you saw that, Jennifer.
No, I didn't see much of that. Yeah, I just want to say, so we have not released the official photos yet for Flatlantic. The group picture that is floating around out there is not the official one. Just saying. And the reason why it's not official is because we're not in it.
What?
There's a group picture that's being passed around, and me and Mark are not there yet. So that is not the official photo. I know, it's like I'm like, how does this representative? But we haven't posted ours yet. So I know that's why. I know a couple pictures were taken before we got there. But the way that is, besides that we're missing, is the blue dots weren't there either. So the group photo with the blue dot with us in it is the official photo. And I will be putting that on the Facebook group. I just haven't gotten to it yet. We've been so busy.
Right. You took a whole vacation after that. You needed one because
I had another excursion. So yeah, I'm home again now.
Oh gosh, that is good. So tell me, I'm gonna keep moving on right along. You have been in the Flat Earth and Truther community for a while now, haven't you? What brought you on in the first place?
Interesting. Okay, so back in March of 2016, so 5.5 years ago, no, almost 6 years ago now, gee. March of 2016, I took my son to just a Easter event that was thrown by a church, a big church. And they invited me, they invited everybody to the church for their Easter service the next week. And I went, and I liked the preacher, very charismatic and everything. And I downloaded his app and I was listening to all his sermons, and I listened to like a year's worth of sermons in about 3 weeks, right? Because I was like, I loved it. And, but I noticed some inconsistencies and things that he said. And I was just, I had a discerning eye and ear even then. And I went on something he said, was like not in alignment with the Bible. And so I was like, I'm going to go search this up. So I went to my computer, and at that time, like, I wasn't big on YouTube or anything yet. And instead of typing, what does the Bible say about this? And to be honest, I don't remember what the point was that I looked up back then, but this was like what took me into YouTube videos and everything. Mm-hmm. I said, what does Joyce Meyer say about this? Is what I typed in. And when I typed in, what does Joyce Meyer say about this? All these YouTube videos came up and was talking about the prosperity gospel and all the charlatans. And like, I just had no idea about any of that. Mm-hmm. And so I started watching some of that. And that brought me to some channels like Gon's Face Like the Sun. YouTube channel.
Okay.
And he had Age of Deceit, and that talked all about the the fiat currency and just just everything, like woke me up about some things about that. And I already was awake to a lot of other truth, but I was like not on YouTube. And once I got on YouTube and was learning more and more things, because the videos were pretty good back then, and that's when I saw like the flat earth videos, and I'm like, yeah, right, like whatever. Like I wouldn't look at anything that had to do with like shape-shifting reptilians or like flat earth. I'm just like, oh, that's like so silly,
Right.
I was looking at other things. And anyway, one day I guess I just watched as much as I wanted to see, and I was just like, okay, I'm curious about what is this flat earth business, like how could anybody like think about that or whatever. And so so that was late spring, early summer, probably May or something like that of 2016, that I came into like that truth, flat earth. And yeah, I mean, but I've always been interested in the truth, and I've always been I had kind of a head start, because my dad was already like a big Pink Floyd fan, and anti-government, and buck the system and the whole deal, right? Like so I didn't trust the government, in fact, back on that day in September, right, in 2001, I knew then, that wasn't right. Like something told me that wasn't real. And then I knew when I went to Walmart, and all the stupid flags, the mini flags were all out in September. And I'm like, there's no way that they had all this merchandise here and ready to put on the floor in a day. Like, come on, like obviously this was planned, and so I knew certain things without like looking into it in detail. But yeah, in fact, when I was in 10th grade for world history class, everyone had to write a research paper and did it on this battle or this country or whatever,
Right.
It's because we got to pick our topics. And I did mine. It was like no others. It was called Mind Control and Mass Hysteria.
No way.
Yeah.
You really were woke in 10th grade.
Yeah. I was 16, and my term paper was called Mind Control and Mass Hysteria.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I could read that.
I have it. I still have it.
Oh my gosh. You should totally read that one day. I'm going to have
right
you back
on.
So you can
right
read
on.
it. Yes.
Right on. Okay.
Oh God.
I've actually thought about reading it and posting it on my channel as well. So yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Totally should.
Yeah.
Right? Because
you guys should all sub my channel, by the way.
Huh?
I said you guys should all sub my channel, by the way.
Oh,
I can't see the chat because it was making noise on my phone for some reason. It was doubling. So,
but I did pin her chat. I did pin her channel to the top of the chat, so
Sweet.
it's there. And of course, Zulu One made sure to drop it in the chat. So, here it is one more time. This is the channel that you guys should be watching, keeping an eye out on for more awesome events coming out and other awesome videos like the one where she was a 16-year-old and wrote an awesome paper. I can only imagine how relevant that paper is today. So you definitely need to.
Well, what I did was I went through history and picked examples of times when where there was evident mind control and mass hysteria. Talked about Lenin and Stalin and the Hitler Youth, and talked about the George Orwell War of the Worlds radio broadcast where people freaked out and thought it was real. And yeah. But I mean, so I've always been interested.
In stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
And the truth has always been really important, to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I agree. So what's your favorite flat earth proof?
My favorite proof, I mean, I don't know if it's a favorite proof. Like what what does it for me is, yeah, we see too far, right? Obviously, I'm in Florida, so I've grown up near the water, seen it's all flat. Yeah, I know the maps aren't accurate, and when you start, any of the engineers, that aren't adjusting for any curvature, the pilots, the people that are doing the surveyors,
Right. There's so many good ones.
Yeah.
So many good ones.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Ask me my favorite anything. I'm going to tell you like 10 things. I don't have I don't know the meaning of favorite, apparently. Like, favorite is more my thing.
No, that's funny. It's good to have more than one. You've got lots to choose from,
I like options, right? I'm eclectic.
Options are always good. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, all right, you said that you had always been in the truth. Is there something in particular that like it was very hard for you to get your head around, or because you've just always been open to it, you've been kind of always receptive to the things? No, there's nothing in particular that was like, no, I don't really, like the Tartaria or the mud flood or anything like that.
I go with evidence. So like I'm open to changing my belief system, right? Like, I'm not attached to a belief system if there's new evidence, because I rather know what's up than hold on to what I thought I knew. I rather really know,
Right.
So if I'm given new evidence, then I can change my mind.
Right. Were you raised in any specific religion?
So no, I mean, like, flat Earth. What?
Oh, go ahead. No, go.
So, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. No, I think there might be a lag on my end. My apologies.
Oh, okay. No, that's all right. Yeah. So my granddaddy was a preacher, actually, and he was a First Assembly of God minister. He built churches and started the congregation, and then would move on and do that again. So he was like a pioneer for churches. And yeah, I was very close with my grandparents. They had a big influence in my life, and they were the Christians in my life, not my parents. Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that it was your grandparents or your parents that gave you the open-mindedness or the okayedness? Which side did you get that from?
So, I mean, I think that my value of the truth is part of me. And like, my dad, had his perspective and knew, so I was skeptical, probably because of his perspective, right? With that influence. And then, like, with my grandparents, I knew what their truth was and how they lived their lives. And, like, there's so many people who call themselves Christians that don't live any kind of lifestyle that's representative, and it just gives the whole thing a bad name. And a lot of people are really turned off. And, like, as soon as they find out, like, that's what you are affiliated with, they're like, whoa, not interested, because I think because they've never even met what I think is a real Christian. Christian just means Christ-like. So if you're trying to act like that, then I guess you can call yourself a Christian. And if you're not, then you probably shouldn't call yourself that, right? So,
yeah,
and none of us are perfect, but my grandparents were really good people, and I got to actually know what the walk looked like by having them as role models. So they were a real positive influence in my life, for sure. And I was always interested in the Bible, and I didn't go to church a lot because my parents didn't go. But when I stayed with my grandparents, different times I went. And then when I got older, like in middle school, I started going on my own, and in high school too. And, like, I was the only one in my family that went. I would get a ride, or my parents would give me a ride, drop me off sometimes, but I would, like, take my Bible and my notebook and go sit up front. And, like,
Yeah.
I was a
Yeah.
student,
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. You took control of your
Yeah.
own destiny and your
Yeah.
own work and everything. That's awesome. And I'm not a lot of kids for doing that.
Right. Well, I was definitely different than most anybody, and still am. So, and I'm fine with that. Like, I think that's awesome. I embrace it. My mom,
Yeah.
when I was younger, I wanted nothing more than to fit in. I mean, I think that's just how it is for children, especially when you're middle school, that age, you're like, you just want to fit in. You just want to be like everybody else. And
Yeah.
like, we were poor growing up. And so, when you don't have all the same clothes and stuff like that, like, you're already like, you stand out a little bit. But
Did
I
you have
wanted to fit in. I did get some hand-me-downs from my cousin who had nicer clothes. Like, so I was wearing some nicer clothes by middle school and stuff. And I did get into the popular group and do all that. And by ninth grade, like, every day at lunch, they were just gossiping and talking about everybody. We're so mean. And
Yeah.
I was just like, man, I don't want nothing to do with this. Like, I had worked like for a couple years to get into this popular group. And then I was like, I don't want,
Yeah.
I'm over that. Like, y'all, whatever, y'all want to be mean. I'm not mean like that.
No.
And so that's when I like broke off and kind of just did my own thing. Like, I had a best friend, a couple best friends in high school, but like, I would always like eat lunch with my sister and her friend, and then I would just like the other half of the lunch period like walk around and talk to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Be nice, social butterfly.
Yeah, like, I wasn't like, I didn't want to be just part of that one group or whatever. I was doing my own, I was just doing my own thing from a long time.
Yeah.
So
Did you have siblings?
yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, I was the oldest too. So I had two younger sisters. My
Younger.
sister, yeah, my sister Amber is almost my age. So like, we went to school together. And then my sister Angela, she's 6.5 years younger than me. And I taught her how to read, and I watched over her when she started kindergarten. And like, she was like my baby. I dressed her and did her hair and stuff, so she was like my little sister. I mean, she was my little sister, but she's like my little baby almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable. So it was you three. You're the oldest.
Yeah, three girls.
Cool. So is your sisters in the truth or anything? Or are they woke or?
They're not vaccinated, so there's that.
Okay.
I mean, that's bonus, I guess.
A step in the right direction.
Yeah. I'm sure they've worn masks during all this, but whatever. So no, not as woke as me, but aware to a degree, I mean, I hate to say that, not as woke as me. It makes me sound like I think I'm better. I don't, but
no, but at the same time, there are different levels. Is there anybody in your family that you know of that is on your level?
Not quite on my level, no. No, but it's like my dad could be, but he's kind of stuck, and I don't know if it's an age thing or what. And then I don't talk with my mom too much. She just does her own thing. Okay. And then my sisters, they've got their families and busy with all that. So.
I got you. Okay, well, that's interesting. Cool. All right, so this is one. I'm not sure. We didn't get to hang out a lot during Flatland.
I know.
I really wanted to, but one of the questions that I had been asking everyone there was, something that I really feel like is on all of our hearts is to start a community and to get our community started.
Right.
So I was wanting to know, what do you think, or what skills do you have that could benefit a community of like-minded people? Like, if you could pick your job, I know you said you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, so maybe you'd be a teacher in like the community school or something. What would you want to
Yeah, actually, no, that is what I would offer is education. I mean, I'm professionally trained, and I'm good at it, and good at organizing things, and good at psychology, and understanding people and children, and learning, and the brain. I mean, all of that goes hand in hand. As a matter of fact, my degree is in elementary ed, like I said, but I specialized in psychology.
Oh, okay.
So all of my electives uh, at throughout all the years were in psychology.
Okay.
So
Okay. That's cool.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
That'd be really cool though. I can totally see you being like in there, being the teacher for the community, the community
right,
school and everything. Oh
right.
my gosh. Are you into gardening or do you have any hobbies? Or do you make candles?
I don't make stuff like that. Not into gardening. No, I love learning and I love sharing knowledge, right? And teaching and showing. Um, but I like learning myself. So that's what I spend a lot of time doing, like listening to things and reading things and trying
Okay.
to put things together. Um, I like patterns as well. Like, I think that's why I've recognized so many truths because I see patterns and things and I like numbers and stuff like that. But
Ooh, okay.
yeah,
You could
I
be
could
good at
definitely be like a life coach, teacher, psychologist type role,
Yeah, I definitely see it. Okay, so you said
Yeah.
you read. What's the most recent book or most interesting book you've read in the last couple of months?
Oh my goodness. So I have more books than I've read. it's
I feel
it's
like we're the same way,
it's
yes.
so funny because well I want to so one of the things I'm working on is building a library actually. And I didn't have my son until I was 35, so I'm a bit of an older mom. And I just feel like if I don't get to teach him everything or, I want to leave him with something. So that's what I'm trying to build a library. Yeah, all different things though, right? Like spiritual things, the mysteries, sacred
Yeah.
geometry, all kinds of things. Um, different versions of the Bible. One with, the teach some of the teaching versions, with a lot more of the notations and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I'm all about like improving and learning and growing, you
Improving
know.
and growing and growing. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite truther or YouTube channel that you like to watch when you want to learn something?
Oh, wow. Well, I guess it depends on what I want to learn because there are a lot of good channels out there.
There are.
Um, I mean, it depends what I want to learn, but who I really like. I mean, because of course, a lot of the channels I watch are our friends and things in the community. But
Right.
um, so Santos Bonacci is a fountain of knowledge and
Yes.
information, and his channel is called Mr. Astrotheology, and that is a channel that I would recommend that people check out because that's just I mean you could start there to start building a library and to start knowing what to read and things like that.
Yeah.
um Another channel that I've learned a great deal from that's given in a really educational kind of format, I think, is called the Fuel Project.
Fuel?
Fuel,
Fuel.
fuel, the Fuel Project. Yeah, FUEL, the Fuel Project. And it's a Scottish guy named Mark that does those videos, and he's got a series. But that was one of the first enlightening channels that I came into back in 2016. Um, he's got a whole series called Know Your Enemy, and he's got another one of the history of religion. I don't know that if that's what he named it, but they're so good
Yeah.
because you learn so much about the Bible, history, and it's all tied together. Like it's they're done really well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool
Yeah, I was listening to that at the same time as like Rob Skiba and stuff like that when I was coming into Flat Earth back, and they all tied together for me like really well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Gosh. Okay. I knew the first one you mentioned, Santos. He definitely, guys, check him out because he is great. You said Mr. Astrotheology.
yes, yeah, that's his channel name, Mr. Astrotheology is
That
Santos
one.
Bonacci on
Mhm.
YouTube.
And
And
then Fuel
he has a website. Yeah, the
Fuel
Fuel Project
the Fuel Project. Fuel
is a
Projects.
good channel. Yeah.
Two channels you definitely need to go check out.
And
I'm
though
gonna
and yeah, yeah, and those are real informative. And then of course there's lots of channels that have great live streams and lots of information. I used to watch Richie from Boston a lot. I don't really watch him anymore, but through him, that's where I heard Brian Staley for the first time because he
Okay.
was on Richie from Boston several years ago.
Okay.
And of course, Brian Staley's got lots of good information. But so many great channels in the community. Jesus Freak Geek, I love him as well.
Jesus.
He's David Beverly. Yeah. So it depends on what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for a gathering, with live chat,
Yeah.
or if I'm looking to learn something specific, and then there's other channels out there that are interesting, and you just take them with a grain of salt or eat the meat and leave the bones, kind of thing, right?
Right. Yeah.
So,
The last time I actually heard that was on that TV show, The Chosen. Did you watch
no,
that? Oh,
no.
okay. I was about to say. I was watching that too. So you
Was it good though? That was the HBO, right? I think I wanted to see that.
on
Was that the ones that were left behind? The
No,
Chosen?
The
No,
Chosen. No, no, no,
it
no.
wasn't. It wasn't.
Manifest, I think.
And no, I saw part. No, there was another show that I had wanted to watch that was something kind of rapture related, but I couldn't remember if that was it.
No, The Chosen was supposed to be
No.
the life of Jesus before he gets crucified.
Oh no, but I didn't see that. Okay, no, that wasn't what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's good if you want to see it. I definitely encourage you to go and watch it. Go and watch it. So this has been so much fun so far. Thank you for coming on. I'm looking through all of my questions here to make sure because I feel like we've kind of hit a lot of stuff. Here's a good question. So excuse me. Because we know that we've been lied to about a lot of stuff. Like there is just deception everywhere. What do you think is the state of our reality right now? Like where do you think we are?
Oh, shit.
I know. I want to know. Let's dig into it. Tell me.
You want to know what I think? Wow. Yeah, I am not sure, honestly. So another channel that I really like is Quantum of Conscience with Matt. And I don't watch all of his shows, but when I do listen to him, I resonate highly with him. And that something, do you know who I'm talking about? He says it's just not that real. It's just not that real. Like, how could it be, right? When the changes with the Mandela effect and that makes me feel like some kind of maybe simulation or I don't know. I tell you what though, I felt, and it's not what I think, but it's what I felt. And this was before Flat Earth. Like this was back in like 2015. I started feeling like I was in a video game and that's what this was. And I don't believe that necessarily, right? Like, but I was feeling like that without like even looking into it.
Right.
So who knows? I don't know. Sometimes I do think that I'm not here at all and I'm plugged in somewhere else and that this is just an avatar or something, because all of the sensations, all of the, our touch, our sound, everything is frequency. Everything is just a chemical reaction. I mean, what is real, right? So
I agree.
I don't know. I
So
don't know
you agree?
sometimes.
I know, right? It's so crazy though. But you do agree that there is like in the Mandela effect, like there's something.
Oh yeah, there are absolutely. Yeah, I call them the changes. Absolutely. Like Cat had a dash. The Monopoly guy had a monocle. Like a zillion. There's thousands of them.
There
And
really are.
I had recognized several of them before I ever realized there was something going on. Like I had I was aware that some things were different, but I thought they were just branding changes. I didn't think they were reality changes,
Right. And
So
I mean, come on, we're all misremembering, right? We're just all of us misremembering.
yeah,
I don't.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
I
Yeah,
can't.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this reality is, to be honest. But I'll tell you what I think about time.
Yeah.
Like, I think that I think time only exists so that we can experience this 3D reality. Like, it's necessary for us to experience it. It's like a vehicle that we travel in, the time. Otherwise we couldn't experience it here in
Yeah.
this reality.
Yeah.
But what I think is that everything's already happened. I think everything's already happened. I think of time as like a record album,
Okay.
and everything's already printed on the record. All the grooves are there, right?
Yeah.
And where we are is wherever the needle is, right? Like that's what we're experiencing. But the needle could be anywhere. But everything is there at once.
At
So
one
it's
time.
all already happened. So what I believe about like God and the Bible as far as that goes is that God knows everything because it's already happened. And we're just experiencing it now.
Okay.
But so it is still our choice. So it's not a matter of like, well, what about free will versus predestiny? Like it's not like that. Like just because he knows all the story already doesn't mean we do.
Right.
Like we are live characters acting it out.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I don't know, but I think that each of us does have a path, and I think time is cyclical, like the record album in a circle
yeah.
too. And and in a way time doesn't exist, but I don't know. Other than I haven't figured out how to be older. So
I know that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like the way you put it. Time. That's very interesting because time, it is here, and I think time is also. There's so many conversations about time. It's relative and all of that stuff.
right.
Interesting in and of itself. Interesting in and of itself. Okay.
Yeah, my favorite song of all time, no pun intended, is Time by Pink Floyd.
Okay.
It's an excellent song. Yeah.
Good. That's a
Yeah.
nice song. I didn't
Yeah.
really listen to music.
I love music. I love
yeah?
music. Yeah.
I don't speak music. I don't.
No.
I wasn't really allowed to listen to music growing up, so I didn't get into the habit of getting into it.
Gotcha. Yeah. It was a huge part of my life growing up. And, like I was always a fan of my dad and he was always into rock. And, so I liked what he liked. And, but then like as a teenager, it was just always real important to me personally. And I used to go to a lot of concerts and shows and musicals and stuff like that. And then I was a mom and then COVID. And that's why I was like, man, I might like, I don't know if there's ever going to be a time where I can do it. Like when Flattoberfest 2020 was happening, I was like, I'm doing this because like I need to be around like-minded people and people not wearing a mask. And the thing I would do before was like music stuff, but I was just so thrilled to be in a group. Like, yeah, crazy where the world was. I mean, I was so much more motivated. I'm saying I know there were flat Earth meetups and stuff like that before, Flattoberfest 2020, but I never felt like a drive to go to any of them. But Flattoberfest 2020, like I knew, I'm like, I'm going. I knew I had to go, and my life has changed like so much since then.
Yeah.
All for the better. So
that is awesome. That's how I felt about my first Flattoberfest this year. I guess it's technically
it's life changing.
Yes, completely life changing. Just knowing that there are other people out there who feel the same way you do, and you guys can exchange that energy. It's just so electrifying. It's electrifying. And you should totally do some like music videos and stuff since you're into music and everything. You could make
I just don't have like my phone is so basic. I'm limited on technology, right? My computer's old. I don't have software, just the whole deal. But yeah, I am creative and I love graphic design and like I've always wanted to make videos and do editing. So it's happening. It's just been kind of slow going, I guess.
Yeah, no, I got you. That's awesome. I can't wait to see you. I know you're going to be putting out more content and stuff. I can't wait to hear about Flatlantic 3. Oh my gosh, I know that's going to be awesome. I'm here to help however I can in the beginning of
nice.
events and everything. I'm excited for that. Dang, I was literally about to say something and I forgot my train of thought. I lost my train of thought.
You'll remember.
I will remember eventually. But Dean F says that Jennifer has some great taste in music. So you guys have talked some great music before. Hey, Angela, I want to go ahead and do just a quick shout out to everyone in the chat.
Cool.
Peace and love to Angela Baby Carson and Bambi. She was talking about like in the Matrix. We were kind of talking about like in the Matrix. Doc Michael is still with us and Steffi P. Hey, Stressed Fairy, welcome. So glad you made it. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. And then there's who is that? And Sue Finelli, if you're still here, I appreciate you, Sue. Much love, much love. What does Doc Michael say? Flattober West 2009, I was the only one that showed up and you could see 200 miles. Oh my, that's crazy. Well, you're going to have to do another Flattober West for 2022 or something. And I bet you more people will show up this time, Doc Michael. I bet you more people will show up this time.
Yeah, the first Flatlantic, we had about 40 people show up, and then we had about 60 people show up this time. So yeah, it was even more successful, and like I said, they'll get bigger and better.
Yes,
the more that we do it.
Yes, they will.
Yeah, the bonfire was nice.
I know. I'm so glad
that turned out well. Yeah.
Stop it from going out because that was scary. I was like, oh my gosh, the tide keeps coming in.
I know, right?
Oh, but it was actually pretty warm. I was pretty warm with that.
It was nice. Yeah.
It was. I'm glad we did that. Oh, and I forgot to get my lanyard. We got lanyards and you gave out prizes. Remind us, what did people win again?
Yeah, so everyone had that got the souvenir gear packet had the keychain on the lanyard, and there was a number that everybody had, and then we did a drawing, and we had 2 prizes that we gave out. The first prize was a $20 bill that had a stamp, Research Flat Earth, that was stamped by Mac Parhar, Flat Earth Fokker, and that had been that had been Zulu One's $20, and so we gave that out as a prize. And we also had some Blue Dot stuff donated by David Weiss, the Sun Moon Zodiac Clock app, and we had a beanie, knit cap, winter cap prize. Are you a blue dot? It said. Yeah.
Those were pretty cool. And I got my little lanyard. I didn't win anything, but I still have my packet, and it's so cool.
And there's I didn't realize that it was I didn't realize it was not legal, I guess, to collect sand. But anyway, everybody got some sand too.
It is.
we
How
all
is that?
we all got some yeah, scandalous sand.
That is ridiculous. You know, I bet you sand has something to do with free energy or something, or
Well,
like it's super healthy or something. Like they don't want you to get it. It's illegal to pick up sand off the beach.
isn't that crazy? But you know what? Speaking of the sand that we put in all the little vials, we played with the sand, and me and Zulu went together and like put really good energy, and we were listening to happy music while we were filling up the little jars for
Oh,
everybody. So everybody's little jar of sand has our good energy in it, and sand is a good conductor of energy. So
there you go. Good to
yeah,
know. Good to know. Oh gosh. Much love to Mac. Miss Angela.
yeah,
He wrote that on a bill as a tip for the waitress whenever we went out to eat.
right,
Oh,
right.
sweet, sweet.
Yeah, Flattersbacher was an awesome dude. I got to meet him personally at Flattoberfest 2020, and we stayed in touch personally a little bit for a while. And I followed his live streams, and it was a sad shock when that news was released for sure.
Yeah, it was.
Um,
I wish I had known him.
yeah, I'm glad that we were able to include him on the shirt because it's like he could be there with
Yeah,
us, even though we couldn't be there. So
it was a nice touch. It was a nice
yeah,
touch you guys did.
yeah.
For sure. Oh gosh. Well, was
I
there
love it. I love this community. Everyone is just so wonderful. The support, everyone coming out to Flatlantic too, having a great time. Just all the love that and encouragement, and like they were raising money for Awesome Austin's cousin who had the fire.
Yeah.
Like our community really does a lot of important work, I think. Like just being there, being a friend, being there with a hug, helping financially each other when we can. Man, we need each other more than ever. And I love you. I love everybody. I'm just so glad that I found my people and my family here, and
Yes.
it feels
Yes.
good to be part of a like-minded group. I mean, not everyone's going to click the same and get along as well, but having I think that common value
Mhm.
of you know just not being completely selfish, right? Like I think most of us like really want to help other people,
Yes.
and that is a common thread in our community for sure.
I
So
agree. I
keeps us
agree.
tight, right?
It does. Everyone is so nice, and I agree. Everyone is of the on the same page, of the same mind. It's
Yeah.
all about exchanging love and just making it grow.
Yes.
Kindness, seriously.
Yes. Love first, drama last,
Yeah.
you know.
Drama
No
lab.
time. Yeah, no time for that. So,
No, it really don't. Really don't. And it gets shut down pretty fast too, which I'm glad to say.
yeah.
That would not be fun. That would not be fun at all. Oh gosh. Well, was there anything else that you wanted to share with us today, Waters Above? I have enjoyed getting to know you. I have
Oh, thank
my
you.
sister. Oh my gosh, we are so alike in a lot of ways. And like there's a lot that you were saying that I'm just like, she is just like me. Like I am just
Right.
like that.
So, I haven't written in a while, but I also like writing.
Oh.
And I have many books in me, and one day there will be some out there, hard copy with my name on them.
Yes.
Um, one of the books in my mind that I plan on writing. Throughout my life, I've come up with little quotes,
Ooh,
little sayings, and
yeah.
I've written a lot of them down over the years. Sometimes they rhyme because that's easier to remember.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I plan on writing a book eventually called If I Do Say So Myself.
I do say so myself. I love it.
And it'll be original quote. And I would like to share one of them
Yes.
that I came up with back in 1997 or 98. I can't
Okay.
remember.
Okay.
But I defined reality. I was sitting outside my apartment when I was going to college, and I was sitting on my 1973 Dodge Polara in the sun with my notebook, and I came up with the definition of reality.
What is it?
And back then, and I still agree with it really, that reality is merely what is perceived combined with what is believed.
What is perceived combined with what is believed.
Yes. So what you can observe, what you can take in with your eyes and ears, your senses, and then what you believe that to be. And that is your reality. And I say merely because that's all it is. So you really can't see when I defined reality like that, it was very impactful because I realized that I was in control of my own reality.
Mm-hmm.
And that although I couldn't control everything that I perceive, I could control what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
when you realize that you actually have more control over your reality, it's very empowering.
Yes, it
So
really is.
if
I
I do
love
say
it.
so myself.
Oh my! I want that. I want to get somebody to like paint that on on something so I can put it on my wall, so I can
Nice.
see that all the time and take control of my reality.
Right. Right.
Seriously, I would read that book if I do say so myself. I would read it. So go ahead,
Excellent.
girl.
It's
Next time you
happening.
come on, I need you to have the first chapter.
Oh boy.
You got this. That's cool though. You write. I like to dabble in writing too. Do you?
Yeah.
You said you have like stories in you, so like actual like fiction stories.
No, not stories like that, but more just like nuggets of wisdom. I feel like I have things that I want to share and thoughts and things that I've put together, like to get people thinking.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I feel like I have a lot of books in me, but yeah, like nonfiction, I guess, more like
Nonfiction. Yeah.
yeah, like wisdom, advice, healing, uh, thought provoking stuff.
Hmm. I like it. I
Yeah.
mean, we need more of that anyway.
See, educational psychology, like that's my
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I feel like
And I'm an Aquarius, right? Like we said at first. So that's the image for the Aquarius is the water bearer,
right, which is
which is
weird because it's an air sign.
it's an air sign, but the water bearer
Water bear.
is representing the pouring out of knowledge. And
Mm,
what is a teacher?
the fountain of knowledge.
So yeah, I mean that it's interesting that that is just who I am, innately. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing we both have in common.
Yeah, right. Well, you're an Aquarius, so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm all about learning and growing. I really think that the whole purpose of life is to learn and grow, right? You can't you can't grow without learning, and you can't live without growing,
No.
right? So to me, like if you're not learning, well then you might as well be dead, right? Like I don't know, I need to keep learning. To
Mm,
me, that is what being alive is. Like
yeah.
my spark is discovery. Like that's what gets me excited.
Yeah.
Like that, like wow, eureka. Like that's what gets me excited. Like learning something new. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I like that. I like that too. Learning something new. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I learn something new every day, pretty much. I mean, what is the point of life, right? It's learning and growing.
You're
That's
right.
And I'm all about improving. Like I'm always wanting to make stuff better. I'm kind of a perfectionist, which is, can be crazy making sometimes, but
Oh, that's cool. A perfectionist. See, another thing. I mean, I try not to be, and I'm definitely not in a lot of areas, but that's another Aquarius thing, I guess.
right.
Oh gosh, is there anything else I don't know about you? Cool, because you're pretty cool. You're so well-rounded. You're intelligent. Oh my gosh, you're awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Um, well, yeah, I'm sure there's still tons of stuff that is a mystery, but pretty much an open book, and I appreciate you having me on and letting everybody else get to know me a little bit more. I'm
Yeah.
usually in the chat and not on this side of the screen, so.
Yes. Well, I'm so thankful
And I
that
usually don't come on camera, but I did,
I'm
so.
so thankful for you, sis. I'm so thankful because I had to have you on, especially after your awesome event. I wanted to get some publicity. I wanted to gas you up a bit, be like, you guys, she's going to be doing more. So we got to be there to support her. We're going to have Flat Atlantic 3 shirts on next year. I know
Right.
it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Woo.
And then, Jennifer, I would love to work on a project with you maybe, since you're a writer and you're into music and stuff. I feel like there's definitely some projects we could create together to teach the community a thing or two. I think if we put our heads together, we could do something awesome.
Right on. Right on. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys, I can't say enough how much fun this has been. I didn't want it to take too much time talking to Jennifer and on our busy weekends, Sundays, they go by super fast. We go talking and, the time just goes by. I've got a couple of videos. I have this really interesting video, Jennifer, that someone posted in our Sisterhood of Truth Facebook group, which I hope all of you ladies will please go to Facebook and be a part of. It's not the Sisterhood of the Woke Warrior Queens. It is the Sisterhood of Truth on Facebook. But this was shared. This awesome lady. So we have to support all of our sisters who are doing creative things. So I wanted to share this video. And then after that, we'll just end with that Flat Fellows version of, what is that song? Tennessee Whiskey, which is awesome because of the the Kakalaki crew is awesome. This would be Flat Atlantic crew because we were all in Florida.
They were there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, but
Hey.
Jennifer, did you know I ended up with all of them? The Kakalaki crew boys. I ended up with 7 middle-aged men sleeping in my living room.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome.
It was
That's awesome.
They all snored, all of them, every single.
That is hysterical.
Oh gosh, but okay, so
they're a good group. Oh, I do want to mention real quick. So yeah, Zulu One and I used to do Monday Night Trivial. We don't do that anymore, but we are. Yeah, things were busy and Flat Atlantic and everything, but we are actually have a new show in mind coming up in the future. So
okay.
I'm not going to say more about it.
Okay.
We have something coming in the works. So we'll be back with a live stream before too long.
We got a little teaser here, guys. You heard it here. Tease first that there's going to be some cool Wazoo things coming up in the future. Okay. I'm excited. I'm sad about Mondays though, because that trivia was fun. I came a couple times and I got a half a point.
Nice. Yep, half a point just for showing up. Yeah,
half a point. Yeah. It was cool. Well, I know that whatever you guys do, it'll be awesome. And I thank you again so much for being my first guest for the Sisterhood of the Woke Warrior Queens. I have enjoyed talking to you, and I cannot talk to you again because we're friends now. We're sisters.
That's right.
We're family.
That's right. I love it.
Oh gosh, so let me go. I'm gonna play this video, and this is gonna be funny, and then we'll end the live stream with another song. So let me see who all's in the chat and say goodbye to you guys. Ian.
And
Ian.
go sub my channel, remember.
Yep, let me see if I can I go back up here and I will post it back on whoops, stop.
So Ariel, I was not able to see the chat during the live stream. When you post the video, will you have the live chat replay going, I hope?
I will try. Yes, and I feel
Okay.
like I've always
Sometimes it takes a while to post that for some reason, but it's always up within the day, if not right away. So.
Yeah, and it
okay,
takes
cool.
a while for whatever reason. It's weird.
I just wanted to make sure I could go back and see it.
Yes, and I'm gonna try to figure out how to put the chat on the screen. I don't know how they do that. They figure that out.
Oh, right.
You know, I'll figure it out one day.
Hey, I figured out how to put myself on the screen this time. It was the bonus, right?
Yes. We gotta take one step at a time. One step at a time. So
usually it's just my voice.
Thank you everyone for being here. Dean F, Ian, Doc Michael, Tommy, tell the truth. Much love, brother. Tommy, tell the truth. I appreciate you for showing up.
Tommy Triple T, we missed you at Flatlantic, brother.
Yes, we really did, man. I wish you could have come. I would have given
Zulu One is gonna ship you a shirt.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Ian said he was lurking while eating dinner, and he said, "Hey, water's above."
Hey,
Michael, you guys are awesome. Oh, Vaughn, I don't know how you say Voynich.
Yeah.
Pepper Mandy, you guys all showed up. I appreciate you so much for coming out, you guys. And here's a video. I'm pretty sure this is the channel again. So, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming. How do I do this again? Hold on. I'm figuring it out.
Thanks for having me.
I just don't see how a government that wants to keep me safe could be bad. Look at my pass. Isn't it neat?
Here we go.
Hope it'll make my vaccinations complete.
Yeah, the Little Mermaid.
You think I'm the girl who fears everything. Do as I'm told, dignity sold. How many boosters can one body hold? Looking at my face, you'd think, sure. She's got Bell's palsy. I've got Pfizer, Moderna, and AZ. I've got Johnson & Johnson galore. You need proof for a job? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. They'll want more.
Yeah.
I don't want
yeah, this is good. I've seen it.
The sheeple are. I want to see my friends without masking, walking around with those, what do you call them? Oh yeah, teeth. Trusting the experts won't get you far. Shots are required for hugging, laughing. Limit of 5 when we, what's the word again? Meet. Can't board a ship or take a trip. Soon you'll need proof of vax to take a ship out of the sea. Wish I could flee far from this world. What would I give if they let me live without these measures? What would I pay to spend a day without clean hands? They'll take your land. Hope you understand that they will come for your own daughters. Fuck your feelings, tired of kneeling, ready to stand. I'm ready to know about the NWO, using my iPhone to seek out answers. What's in a vaccine and why does it, what's the word, burn? When will they learn? Wouldn't I love for the world to rise up above?
No, this is The Little Mermaid. Michael.
Wish I could flee.
He said that it was the Sound of Music.
No.
I was like,
Yeah,
I
she's
cannot play that.
she's funny. Yeah, she's funny. What's her face?
I had never seen her before.
Yeah, she's good. She's real good. And yeah, that song I heard last year. That was impressive.
Okay, so that was an
Yeah.
old song. I
Yeah.
had not heard it before.
That's okay. That's okay. It's like, yeah, it's impressive. Yeah.
Because
And then like the water sounds and everything. Yeah, she did good.
well.
Yeah.
Seriously. And now it's like she made that last year, right? And it's like a year later, we already need more boosters as it is. And it's just like, yep, you're right. It hasn't stopped. Oh gosh. Well, what do you got going on the rest of your day, your Sunday, Jennifer?
I'm going to just be doing some house chores and mom things.
Chores and mom things. Nice. That too.
Get ready for the week.
Yep. Ready for I have to get ready for the work week.
I'm getting ready to back to life, back to reality, whatever that is, right?
Yep. However that is. But this has been fun, and I can't wait for next week. Next week, we're going to probably be around the same time, maybe, just depending on our next guest, which is going to be, let me make sure I say it right. It is Steffi P.
Right on.
Steffi P. I'm excited to meet her and talk to her and hear her journey and her story. It's gonna be a good time. So I hope to see you guys to come back. Jennifer, thank you so much again. You guys go subscribe if you haven't already, and keep an eye out for her and Zulu One and their projects.
Wazoo.
It's been awesome. Thank you so much. I love you, sis, so much. I love to everyone in the chat. We'll just take it on out of here with another Flat Crew song.
Awesome.
Used to spend my nights home watching TV. The globe was the only love I've known. But Flat Earth rescued me from reaching for fake space and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as resting water. You're as sweet as the curveless sea. You're as warm as the apparent sun. And honey, I stay level on your plane all the time. I've looked for knowledge in all the wrong places. Found the TV in schools just like. But when I saw the truth, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like the truth to get me high. You're as smooth as resting water. You're as sweet as the curveless sea. You're as warm as the apparent sun. And honey, I stay level on your plane all the time. in water. You're as sweet as the curveless sea. You're as warm as the apparent sun. And honey, I stay level on your plane all the time. You're as smooth as resting water, flat level water, flat level water. You're as smooth as resting water, flat level water, flat level water.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Goodbye.